Yo, what is going on, guys? It's New7, and in this video today we're going to be going through 5 ways you can become a pro on Fortnite. So 5 different things you can be doing right now on Fortnite to become a pro, to start getting more points in these pop-up cups, to start performing better in your games, making better decisions, and really just everything I'm going to be telling you today is going to lead you to becoming a pro, becoming way better than what you are now, because there's some things that I've started doing now, which I'm going to tell you guys, which have allowed me to become a much better player. I haven't really uploaded recently because I've been doing a lot more of the things that I'm going to mention in this video, and I haven't really had time to get content, but I thought now would be a good time to upload a video because some of you guys are going to certainly benefit from this. So some of you guys may know like 90% of the things I'm going to say, but there might just be that one thing which you didn't know you could do or you didn't think about, which are going to help you become a better player. But there's some people out there who might not know anything, and you're going to really benefit from this video. So guys, we're going to get straight into the video. All I ask of you is to drop a like down below, and then maybe at the end of the video you can just drop me a comment and just let me know what you thought of this video, and let me know if there's some things which you're going to start doing now which are going to help you become a better player. So let's get right into it, guys. So guys, one of the most beneficial ways for you to become a pro player on Fortnite, and probably the most important tip I'm going to give you today, and that is to do 1v1s. Now, if you don't have a friend to do this with, don't worry, because all you've got to do is go into Discord. I'll link a few Discords down below, and you've got Discords literally dedicated to people who just want a 1v1, 24 hours of the day, constantly 1v1, 1v1. All you got to do is type in 1v1, or see someone who wants to do a 1v1. Add them on Epic, and then all they'll do is invite you, go into creative, and most likely they'll have a server, or you've got your own server, and then you just jump in and start 1v1 in each other. You don't even need a mic. It literally takes 2 seconds, and you're going to come up against all sorts of players, huge variety of players. It's really helped me out because I purely just go up against PC players. So I've went up against some very average players, I've went up against some really good talented players, but going up against all these different types of players has only just made me better, and it's just helped me out in so many ways, in certain building strategies, certain things I wouldn't do, or just certain ways I could just become that bit extra better in building. And then I noticed when I was in game, I'd perform some of these building techniques that I was using against some of these guys, and it was much easier to win a lot more of my 1v1s in game. And it also took a lot of the pressure off as well, because being a controller player, sometimes I always felt I was at a disadvantage because everybody else on keyboard and mouse. But when you go up against a lot of people on keyboard and mouse, and you kind of hold your own, you got a bit more confidence. So this is the main way I've been getting better recently, guys, and it's probably the most important tip. So that's the first way you can be on your way to becoming a pro on Fortnite. So guys, the next way you can become a pro on Fortnite is to do something called Turtle Wars. Now, I think Marto's come up with this. I'll double check after I've finished making the video, and if he has, I'll just link it down below the video he made. But the reason why Turtle Wars is so good, well, first of all, I'll just start off by explaining what Turtle Wars is. You can see in the clips now, basically Turtle Wars, it's like a free-for-all basically. You're in a little box, and you just basically just build around, turtle in, box up. It's every man for himself. But it leads to all these complicated builds. Everybody's boxed in. You have to make very good edit plays. You can take advantage of a third party in, and then it also helps you at very close range fights. And this is one thing I gained from Turtle Wars, is playing it. It allows you to become much more accurate in those very tight close range fights where you've got to be quick. There's a bunch of people around you pressuring you. Someone's in your box. You've got to switch to your shotgun quick. Flick your shotgun to the right angle to get that headshot. Then you got someone else pressuring you, you got to put a staircase or something, or outplay them in some way, shape or form. But Turtle Wars really is beneficial for that. So to do Turtle Wars, all you got to do, I'll link a Discord as previously said down below, and you can go into the general chat. There's probably even a whole Discord dedicated to Turtle Wars. If somebody knows of that, then you can always link that down below. But you just go in, and it'll just say, someone will basically just post a message saying hosting Turtle Wars, and they'll tell you to add their epic name. Just add their epic name, join the creative server, and then all it'll be is once there's enough people in there, the host will start the game, and then you just go in with a shotgun, assault rifle, maybe some minis, and then it's just literally every man for himself. The only thing you don't want to do is spawn camp or anything like that, or just constantly spray your weapon. Just get yourself in there, get into some fights, and you'll get some really nice, interesting, close range fights. And you'll be surprised. Like after doing Turtle Wars, it's like kind of some of the best practice you can do before anything. So before going into squads, you want to feel warmed up. Go into a Turtle Wars match. Once you finish there, you'll be so warmed up, especially for your close range fights. So That's the second thing you can be doing right now to becoming a better player. So the third way to become a pro in Fortnite is to start playing scrims and playing the pop-up cup. Now doing this, you're going to get a ton of end game experience, rotations. You're going to be matched up against the best players in Fortnite, so you're really going to start to understand how to work different fights against good players, you know, working on your decision making end game, you know, the start of the game, mid game, you know, which zone to play, when to rotate, when not to rotate. There's a ton of decisions to make, and obviously if you do take Fortnite seriously, you know, then you do want to maybe in the future compete in some tournaments, and the only way to do that is to be able to play in these scrims and pop-up cups and playing them well. So I'll link down below a Discord to Atlantis scrims. This is for EU. I'm a bit unsure of the NA ones, but Atlantis is brilliant. Like, there's some really good players in there. There's a ton of people always queuing up, so if pop-up cups aren't on, you can always do that. And honestly, the end games there's some really intense end games, and I haven't done enough scrims yet, but it's something I'm trying to do every single day. So if there's any good people out there, I mean, I'm a controller player, if there's any other good controller players, PC players who do a lot of Atlantis scrims, you know, need a duo partner, then, you know, comment down below, let me know, you know, how successful you've been in the scrims, and we could get some scrim games in. But yeah, you want to start doing that, and obviously compete in these pop-up cups, because they are so beneficial, and you really are going to become a much better player by doing that. But it is difficult, so you need to bear that in mind, but you've got to be patient with it. The more you do, the more practice you get, then the better you're going to become. So the next way to becoming a pro on Fortnite is to start playing solo squads. Now, I have mentioned this before, but I thought I'd just reiterate this point again. But playing solo squads, especially at the moment, is so beneficial with the new shield per kill, which is really good for squads. So if you want to start getting some high kill games, I really suggest jumping into squads. I did get a 23 kill solo squad today, but me being an idiot, I didn't have enough storage on my laptop, so the recording cut out, so that was a bit unfortunate. But playing solo squads is so huge for becoming a better player, because it teaches you to deal with pressure, to be able to multitask in your head, think about this decision, think about that decision, you've got that player knocked. It improves your building, it improves everything. I gained so much more by playing solo squads compared to solos, and actually, in fact, I actually don't play solos anymore. I don't know the last time I actually played a normal solo. I literally just play solo squads or pop-up cup or something else, because I think solos are a bit boring now. I think solo squads is a huge challenge, and the things you gain from solo squad are just much greater than what you'd gain from playing solos. So it's like when a lot of people would say to me in solos, oh, how do you deal with the pressure at the end, or how do you deal with this pressure, I'd just be like, well, I play that much solo squads where the pressure is always at an all-time high, that going into solos is like nothing. It's you know, there's no pressure really involved there compared to the solo squads. So that is the fourth way to becoming a pro player on Fortnite, and now we're going to get into the final tip. So the fifth and final tip for you today, guys, to becoming a pro player is to start practicing some edit courses. So on screen, we're starting off with Mongrel's course, followed by that you'll see Kanduk's course, and finally I'm Speedy Gonzalez course. So I'll be sure to put all the codes on screen for you guys if you want to check them out. But personally, these three courses are the ones I do, you know, every other day, or sometimes on a daily basis, if I want to practice my editing, practice my aiming, or practice things for pop-up cup and scrim. So your editing, your quick edits down builds are going to be really beneficial in Mongrel's course. Kanduk's got really good stuff for practicing your aim. And then finally, I'm Speedy Gonzalez course, which in my opinion is the best one, and I really recommend you guys get that one, start using it on a daily basis, because he has put so many things in there which are so beneficial. Double edits, side jumps, tunnels, left side tunnels, right side tunnels, and it is just overall a really good course, and you guys are going to hugely benefit from it. So do those once a day, you know, because the problem is with Fortnite is sometimes if you just jump into a game not warmed up, then you're going to get yourself a bit triggered, and when you get triggered you don't make the right decisions. When you don't make the right decisions, you play bad, then you end up giving up. So kind of eliminate that in the first place, is just to be all warmed up, you know, make sure you're making the correct decisions from the start. You know, there's nothing to blame with your editing or your shotgun aim, because you're all warmed up, and then you can just get into Fortnite with a clear head and then start having some good games and enjoying yourself a bit better. So that's going to be it from me today, guys, in this video. I hope you've learned something new, and I hope now there's something that you've gained from this video which you can do on a daily basis, which is going to help you become a pro player. So really appreciate it if you left a like down below. Also comment down below something that you have learned or something that you didn't know about but you now know from this video, because it just, you know, shows me that people are benefiting from it. And even comment if you knew some of the stuff, you know, some of it wasn't that, you know, new to you, but there's some things which are still worth mentioning. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to use my support creator code at NUU7 in the item shop, because that helps support me as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one.